Hey, Troglodytes, how's it going today? We're going to do another one of these gold versus chrome hardware videos. Last time we did wine red, today we're going to take a look at white. So not only is this going to be a gold versus chrome, but it's also going to be a cream versus pure white video. So hopefully this video can kind of give you an understanding of which one you prefer, which one you'd like to go after, and which one looks coolest. Alright, so let's take a look here. First, we'll look at the headstocks. The cream one will always kind of have a more yellowish looking headstock due to the lacquer aging. I really like this look. It starts to give it that vintage vibe. And over the years, it will get darker and darker. Whereas the one that starts off, brand new mother of pearl, it looks great. I almost prefer this one between the two customs. So now you look at the bodies. The one on the right is the 2014 in pure white. The one on the left is actually a 2002 that actually came from Japan. So you can see the differences between the two finishes. All white Gibsons will eventually become that creamed color. But, if you prefer the white one, you can buy a more new one in order to delay the process a little bit. But let's look behind the history of some of these. A lot of people like this aged cream look because of how classic it is. They think Randy Rhoads vibe. You'll see that in pretty much any listing for a creamed Les Paul custom. Randy's old one was a 1974 Gibson Les Paul custom, which was the first year for white. And over the years it aged, and that's just kind of how fans started liking white Les Paul custom after Mary Ford. Now, you can see why somebody would prefer the pure white, because it's not aged, it looks more new, and there's a lot of people that like that brand new guitar feel. And they don't like the way the white ages, because sometimes they can turn pea yellow. Our next topic here is gold versus chrome hardware. You will see gold on white Les Paul customs about 99% of the time, because that's pretty much all that Gibson will issue is gold hardware. Chrome hardware is usually an aftermarket upgrade that someone will do themselves after they buy the guitar. So gold has been the standard, as I just established, and it does have a very classy look to it. As the guitar ages, so does the gold hardware. It just gives this natural, radiant beauty. And let's face it, the gold hardware just kind of pops out to you a little more, contrasting against the usual finish. But let's look at the chrome hardware. This is what a lot of people like to call the Stormtrooper mod, because it looks kind of like a Stormtrooper from Star Wars. Now, I personally really like chrome hardware on like black customs and especially wine reds and the dark wine red finish. But white customs, I don't know. It doesn't really do it for me, but I'm interested to see how you guys feel about it. I mean, besides the Star Wars reference, if you're really into that, it just doesn't quite pop as much for me. It just kind of blends into the background, which, it might be kind of a cool, different thing to have. But I guess the chrome hardware won't tarnish as badly as the gold hardware will over time. So that's something that is going for it. But no matter which one you prefer, you can definitely agree that both of these guitars are really cool. So, Troglodytes, I hope you enjoyed this video where we kind of compare and contrast the aged white versus the more new white, which will eventually age, and gold hardware versus chrome hardware on a Gibson Les Paul custom in the white finish. All right, Troglodytes, I will catch you next time. And don't forget to leave your vote in the comments sections below.